Hi guys, so a little side note before this video begins. I'm Demi, but I'm sure that anyone under the AroAce umbrella can relate to this video, so I'm just gonna use the term AroAce as like an umbrella term for all of this. Cool? Okay, let's get started. So I don't really tell people that I'm Demi a lot, mainly because I don't want to be a walking dictionary, but also because I don't want to argue with people who say that my sexuality doesn't exist, or say that I'm basically straight. Because that's just not true. Mainly because straight and non-AroAce people will never have to deal with the isolation of being AroAce, and they may never realize just how much of society focuses on having a relationship, and how some people see your worth as being defined by your relationship status. I dealt with comp B in a relationship for such a long time because of how engraved romance is into the world. It's in every book and song and film and discussion and whatever. Because apparently having a romantic subplot is what makes you interesting. For the longest time, whenever I got to wish for something, I would wish for a girlfriend. But later I realized it wasn't because I wanted a cute romance, but more so because I wanted to say that I had a girlfriend. I was embarrassed that I was 18 and hadn't had my first kiss. I was embarrassed that I hadn't lost my virginity. And I was embarrassed that my rice purity score was higher than my grades in school. And I viewed all those things as being bad. And that's why I wished for a girlfriend. So I wouldn't have to say I was 18 and never kissed anyone. So that during games like Truth or Drink or Never Have I Ever, I wouldn't feel so boring. I wanted a girlfriend not because I wanted romance, but so that I could have something to talk about. So that I wouldn't be called boring and I wouldn't feel like a loser. And I do think it's crazy how people's self-worth is defined by their romantic subplots. Like, why are your parents disappointed in you if you don't have a partner? Or why is being in a relationship seen as an indicator that you're doing well in life? I'm perfectly happy being by myself, and I'm sick of being shamed for not having a relationship. And I'm not even going to start with family members pestering me about finding a cute boy, or when will you have a husband and kids? No, shut it. My go-to line whenever a family member asks me about my dating life is to say that I haven't found anyone good enough for me. But it can also feel isolating to not find, joy in aspects that everyone else does. Like, I have no one to put on my hear me out cake. I don't have celebrity crushes to have posters of. I don't have terrible first date stories. And I don't have little interactions with a potential partner to gossip about with my friends. And it's not like nobody should be able to do those things just because I can't participate. Like, I do enjoy watching Hear Me Out Cake videos or listening to my friends talk about their car crash of a dating life. But it does sometimes feel isolating to not be able to experience those myself. And I like to think that my friends are allies, but being AroAce is still so underrepresented in media, I guess, that sometimes they'll say something ignorant and maybe not realize it. Like, once my friend and I were hanging out, and they talked to me about their relationship, then asked if I had any new romantic subplots, and I said no, and then they called me boring and told me to make my life more interesting for the next time we meet. Or when people say that I'm lying, or call me boring when I say I've never had a celebrity crush, or I'm not currently interested in anyone. And I know these things feel very small right now, like, oh no, someone whose opinion you respect thinks you're boring. Boo-hoo, cry a river. You know what I have to do? Wear size 13 Nikes. Men's size 13 Nikes. I can't believe I made a tall girl reference in the year 2025. Oh my god, that movie came out 6 years ago. Let's move on. But I get that there are definitely worse things that have been said, and I've definitely been called worse things for being a lesbian, but shut up, this is my experience in my channel, so I get to complain. But I've come to notice that I don't feel alone or lonely because of a lack of a relationship, but more so because of a lack of people who understand me. Sometimes when I hang out with my non-AroAce friends, and all they do is talk about their romantic subplots, I leave feeling lonelier than ever. And not because I'm jealous of their love lives, but more so because I realize how different I really am to them, and that makes me feel alone. And obviously difference is good, you get to learn about how other people live their lives. But when everyone is living a different life than you are, that makes you feel alone, or that you're the one doing something wrong. And I know they're not bad people, but sometimes when I talk with them, I just feel, empty for a while after. And I know it would probably help if I hung out with more AroAce people, but where am I supposed to find them? Join a Dungeons & Dragons game? No thanks. I don't want to learn the rules. Anyway, sometimes I want to be proud of my sexuality, but then other times I hate it. Like, no offense, but I do automatically think I'm cooler than everyone else because I don't get flustered over some guy taking his shirt off, or I don't go all red-faced when a girl says something flirty. But sometimes I just lay on my floor staring at the ceiling, wondering why I can't be like everybody else. But to end this video on a more positive note, haha, AroAce people are cooler than all of you. Imagine chasing after some guy. Ha, can't relate. Imagine crying over some girl who's still in love with her ex. Ha, sucks to be you. Anyway, I'm gonna go over there now and spend my Friday night recording a YouTube video to a channel that has 200 subscribers. I'm so much cooler than all of you. Also, you should subscribe to increase that number. Okay, bye!